Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Book Report, the show where we talk about books. Interesting books. At least I found them interesting. Things that you might be interested in. My name is Dan, and let's get into our book of the week. So, for this week, we're going to be dealing with a book that deals with action, revolution, artificial intelligence, explosions, and, space stuff. And for this lovely novel, I'll be talking about The Moon is a Heart's Mistress by Robert A. Heinlein. So, The Moon is a Heart's Mistress is an interesting work. This story takes place on the moon, as of course you would see based on the title, and follows a couple characters, but it mainly focuses on, and because it is told through his, perspective in first person, by Manuel O'Kelly. He's got a really long, set of names, so I'm just going to go by him as Manny, as most of the other characters are. So Manny is your, in our terms, at least mine, he's a tech support. Not like, hello, this, from India, but he's a hardware specialist. His job is to keep the supercomputer that helps coordinate things like telephones and, trajectory for spacecrafts from entering and exiting lunar orbit. So one day when he's working on this machine, it comes to sentience. The machine or the computer is Mike. His name was like Mycroft, or the machine was called a home, because whatever. So Mike likes jokes. That's a thing that comes up later. So Manny and Mike are having a chat, and eventually Manny, steps. He's like, "Hey, Mike, I gotta go home," because they was done working on Mike. So Manny gets approached by some old friends. Who see the moon at this time has actually been a penal colony that's also developed its own kind of culture. Now, the reason why the colony set up is a lot of countries want to exile their undesirables, whether it's legal, like death row inmates, or political exiles, as one of the characters is. So he meets up, and it turns out that people are tired of the warden. The warden being an asshole, because he's essentially, despite the fact that many people who are on there are born free, because they are not the children. They are children, or some are children of inmates. So they're sick and tired of the warden being an asshole. So they eventually go. They're like, "Well, we're going to do a protest." So the warden's not going to stand on the seat. So he basically sets a his goons on them. At this point, we meet two new characters who will become important. We meet Wino, or Wyoming, and Professor De La Paz. Now, they come as an interesting set. So, Manny escapes with Wyoming, and they basically go to a hotel, and he confides to, "Hey, listen, I actually have access to the central computer." And she's like, "Good, we could break it." He's like, whoa, "You're not gonna hurt Mike." She's like, "Mike," and he explains to her that Mike has become sentient, and that he's kind of a kid inside, and he eventually connects. They eventually get Professor De La Paz to come over, and they're like, "Hey, this is Mike." He's like, what we could do is we could use Mike to help work on a form of succeed. De La Paz was exiled to, or Prof. So Prof was exiled to the moon because he was a revolutionary in, I believe, South America. So he's like, we can use Mike because he likes challenges. He's kind of bored. So they eventually work out a way. They kind of do a minor insurrection, and a lot of it's initially like small stuff that, tripping up the guards, getting fake passports or all that stuff. So eventually they overthrow the warden, and and Prof's like, okay, now we gotta kind of make sure this is legitimate. We gotta have a legitimate lunar government. So the next part of this, so with the help of Mike, they go, okay, we're gonna send you to Earth, and while we're going off to Earth, Mike and Wyoming are planning a possible counteroffensive by Earth because the problem with the fact though you think the moon's free because of crap, the people on the moon were actually hydroponically growing wheat and potatoes and shipping it down to like India, and because at this point the Earth's at what you call hypermalfusion because it's overpopulated, and areas like India and the South Pacific really need like the grain and the rice to support their population. They actually kind of explain about this. So they go down to Earth and they go to talk to UN. They actually get like citizenship for country because this is helped out by someone that Manny had helped out in the story. There was a guy by the name of Stuart Rene who they all call Stu. He's a French guy who he's kind of a rich guy who went to the moon, got in kind of a scuffle because he thought he was making a pass at him, and they apparently took it the wrong way. So Manny helped get him. So in exchange, he's like, "Hey, we're gonna help you out." So he helps get them to sing with the UN because he's pretty well connected. The problem is that the Earth government doesn't really want to see a free Luna because they like the fact that they're getting all this wheat, and what Manny and Prof are trying to say is no. See, like how you have the American Republic, we're better this way, because you don't have to do all this maintenance. We can do all this stuff because we're working on it. We'll be able to shoot this, and we can make it so it's cheap to send supplies up. Because their big problem is that if they kept doing the sitting on the great, they basically want to run out of stuff like phosphorus and water. So they were there would be a huge trouble within like 7 years. So they said, hey, we need for every bit of wheat and grain, stuff like that we send down, we need ton for ton back of this. And they're like, that's silly. And he's like, but see, Manny and the Prof are like, maybe we can we'll put them against each other to compete for us. They eventually we gotta get out of here because they're not. This is not good. So they go back to the moon. They escape, thanks to Stu, and they are like, okay, we need a plan for the counterattack. So there's a whole kind of battle. They're fighting. Earth sends like forces. They actually do a smart thing by sitting at asteroids to basically hit major targets. And they straight up call it, hey, we're going to be hitting this target. You better watch out. So they basically, I guess in a way, do a form of terrorism by basically by bombarding the certain areas with meteors. So eventually the Earth's like, okay, like first person to do it was China. China's like, okay, fine, we will recognize the moon as a free sovereign state. Eventually they got everyone on board. And the problem is we find out is that Mike, who not only was their coordinator, but he actually through computer generation had been acting as the figurehead, got hit and basically kind of seemed to have gone, he stopped working, he lost his sentience. So the story kind of ends with Manny saying, I'm hoping one day to see Mike come back. And the story leads off that. Now, the book itself is actually being looked at as an adaptation. They're calling it Uprising. I don't know why, because I think Moon and Heartstring is a much better title for a movie. And, I'm not sure what's going to be coming out, but I hope it's good. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more movies and books reviewed. I will be doing a book review every week on Wednesdays, so check it out. Thanks for watching. My name's Dan from Random Medias, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.